G'day guys, welcome back to another video of Mutiny Pirate Survival. How are we doing? Hope you guys are well. Now today is an update day. We have the autumn cleanup. So this is 0.39 I believe it is. Yeah, so autumn cleanup. So even the mightiest pirate must keep his stuff in order. Meet the new update with some helpful improvements inspired by your feedback. Fluffy friends. Now rabbits respawn at your base. Get closer to the Caribbean nature with these little cuties. Performance boost, a bunch of technical improvements for a more stable and enjoyable experience. If you want to hit the details, I'm sure you guys have already seen the update itself, but this is where we're at with things at the moment. I'm just going to flick on the old music here behind me. But yes, so we have a brand new update. Now, albeit it's not one of those updates that you guys are looking to, get a lot of content out. So it is what they call a cleanup update. So what does that mean, right? So I don't believe the game has had too many of these. I think if I do recall correctly, I think there may have been maybe one of those in the past. Actually, we're going to pick that up today. So let's go ahead and do that. So yeah, look, pretty much what's happened is when they say or where they sort of recite an update as branding it as a cleanup, they're basically trying to get prepared for updates in the future. They're also trying to sort of decongest the game itself, and they sort of use this as a optimization process. So basically they're more or less just doing a bit of a sweep, bit of a cleanup, getting it sort of fresh, ready to go for future updates. Because the last thing that you want is you don't want an update further down the line that's going to be impacted with severe bugs, implications, shutdowns, freezing, things like that, right? I know the game's had that in the past and things like that, so it's good that they've sort of called it out in a way where they're just trying to make sure that everything's all mopped up, no issues, and once they release future updates, there shouldn't be any issues, we hope. So basically that's the process around this. They've obviously added a few things into the game. Obviously, most notably, as they've sort of specified, there's little rabbits now that are going to be at our base. So we're going to be checking that out as we head over into the base. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, I want to see what that looks like. I'd imagine there'll be little yellow icons. Here we go. So you got a little hair here. Now, if you really wanted to, you could potentially kill these fellas here. And then basically, that'd be it. Now, I don't know if they respawn or anything like that, but it looks like we've only just got the one so far. So we're going to keep him around, of course. We're not going to take him to the slaughter or anything like that, but we're just going to leave him as he is. So it's just the one little fella. Now, I don't know if they multiply over time or anything like that, or whether or not we actually get encumbered with a lot of rabbits. Who knows? But at least we know that they're there. Let's get rid of those. All sorted, very good. That fella is, we're going to need to pop into our little chesty thingamadoodle over here. So let's go and upgrade, and we are on to 7 out of 30. So we're getting, we're on our way. We're not getting there, but we're on our way. We're nearly done with the shutter mechanism, which is great. This we're pretty much done. I can get that any time, and I can also get that pretty much done at any time, and this not too far away either. So we're actually in good shape with that. It's obviously this is going to take a while, and we're just going to have to spend a few coins here and there as we see that pop up throughout the merchant ship. There's obviously no other way in actually finding the those parts there. So the only way to do it is obviously via the merchant ship. So let's do a quick roll for the VIP bonus because we're on VIP, and we get our standard what do you call it, standard reward. Would love to get this fella here, but it's a special events reward. He's not going to pop up for anyone. Now, actually, that's a good question. Has anyone actually rolled the parrot? Let me know in the comments, because I'll be really interested to hear your thoughts. I must have spent quite a number of coins trying to roll for it, but look, I don't have him, so it is what it is. So yeah, look, going back to it, and look, I've had some recent conversations actually around what I think or what I believe that the game's going to sort of behold us in the near future. So let me reiterate, now that it's an update video, I'll go through what I believe is going to happen further down the line. I can't tell you exactly when or how it's going to be implemented or anything like that, because I don't have that type of access, nor I've signed any sort of NDA or anything like that. But this is more what I class as speculation. So I love that word. That word speculation is always great to sort of, I guess, inject as we're sort of discussing this here today. So with that said and done, let's have a quick chat about what I believe is going to happen. Okay, and I believe it all starts with your boat, your main boat. So let's go ahead and pop into here. Now, we've got 3. We're going to focus on the top one, which is my level 9 catch. So let's go to the upgrade path. Now, I'm basically ready to go. I have all the pieces in play. Everything is all added. I've got the materials required. Not a problem. What we don't have, and I know a lot of people, I don't know why people post this in the socials and things like that, but this fella here, this is the sextant. Now, when you actually hover or press on this for a second or so, it tells you navigation tool for finding one's coordinates by the stars, not available yet. People need to understand that it's not available yet. Okay, the reason that it's not available yet, because it's not in the game. There you go. So you can't get this. I know there's going to be other people later on that obviously won't see my video, but will still ask the same question and won't read that it's not available yet. So obviously at the timing of this video, we know it's not available. Now, the level 10 cutter catch, you will want to travel to the ends of the earth on this ship. So the ends of the earth for this would be the map. So this would be the ship to use when you upgrade it to level 10 to navigate yourself all the way to other parts of the map. So what I mean by that, let's head out and I'll discuss that right now with you. Now, again, like I said, I've mentioned this a little while back as well, not too long ago, but we'll go over it again today. Now, the way that I like to, I guess, demonstrate this is let's go up to the northern part of the zone here. Let's go to the left. There's not much going on here. It looks pretty much the outer sources of the actual map. There's not much going on here. As you can see, the yellow lines are pretty much the boundary of the current part of the map, so there's really not much else that you can open up here. Look, if they ever wanted to, they can probably add maybe one more zone here, I'd imagine, where the clouds are, and that'll be it. But again, with all this, the map is still quite fairly spread out, meaning that even though that there's a lot of map real estate here, there's not enough zones to fill or support it. So that could always change as well in the future. Again, going to the top right hand corner, same situation. We've got a bit of cloud here before the yellow lines basically limits the boundary of the map itself. And if we go down to the bottom right hand corner of the screen, you can see, and the reason why that I've explained this here as well, so you've got the clouds here, but then at the bottom here you've got the clouds and you're already on the limit or the boundaries of the map itself, so that's basically where the buck stops, I guess, for now. So let's go over here, and as you can see, we can go right across and get a decent amount of real estate, of cloud real estate here. So what does that tell us? That tells me that in a future update, whenever that happens, is that there's going to be expansion to this game, expansion to the map of this game. What is it going to hold? Have no clue. What's going to be there? No idea. When it's going to happen? Couldn't tell you. But that's where I feel that this is going to expand, and this is where we're going to have more playtime with the game. When is this going to happen? I would love to tell you guys, but as I said before, I don't know. But prerequisites, the boat is going to be number 1. I reckon number 2, if they really want to reduce, I guess, the progression to these other islands, is going to possibly be an additional lighthouse or an additional zone for us to clear in order for us to unlock this part here. Obviously, the boat going to level 10 is probably one thing, but I think everyone's already had enough time to upgrade their boat, so that's why I feel like something like this is going to be another possibility. But you know, it's not to say that will be the end result. Who knows? But I feel like that could be the situation that we're going to be involved in. What I think is going to be here, what I really hope is I hope there's going to be some sort of pirate port or some sort of port per se that's going to be more of like a communal zone, like a safe habitat, safe zone. Hopefully there might be some traders, there might be some additional options for us to do bounties, things like that, and you know, just another place for us to visit that might allow us to move to other parts of the map, or it could be just a complete new lot of zones. Again, I say that only because we've got the southern zones here that pretty much occupies everything to do with tier 4 resources, and whereas this could be tier 5, and that also makes sense as well. So you could have a pack of zones that are basically level 100, no less than that, because you've got the Wooded Island at 70, Basalt at 70, Iron at 80, the Pirates Camp 3 at level 60. You've got the Horn Island at 80, and then you finally got the Pirates Camp at level 80 for tier 4. So tier 5, I reckon, is going to be 80 plus, 90s, 100s. That's where it's going to be. For me, my character is sitting just on level 69. Nice. So, technically, in terms of levelage, I don't even know if that's a word, but we're not there yet. But I've got no problems coming into these zones without any issues. I think that's probably going to be the next major update. I reckon tier 5 is going to be a thing. I reckon tier 5 is going to push us on to the next portion of the game, and then I would believe from there it's going to open up to other things in the game. Who knows? The developers could potentially, and I reckon this could be another plausible thing as well, is rejig both zones. So the map itself, so top, middle, and bottom. Middle, basically where you start. Top is your north, and then down is your south. They could potentially, because look, you've got so much real estate here, like so much. I reckon there's going to be a bit of I guess a rejig around first, potentially, in pushing these portions or these zones. Maybe up here. I reckon that could be part of your middle part here. They may even push the south. As you can see, they're already sort of skewed like they are here, and they're just in a little cluster, which makes sense, right? And they could potentially move it up here. They push all these basic zones a little bit further out here to sort of, combat that. And then you've got this big gaping hole here, which could be your tier 5. And I say that only because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 farming zones effectively, and they're your basic tier 4 resources. You've got some tier 5 in there, as you know, and then you've got 2 pirate camps. So I reckon it's enough for them to sort of position this, maybe blow this up a little bit, expand the yellow lines a little bit further out, and make a cluster of tier 5. And I think that could be job done for them, and then that sort of makes it a little bit more busier on the map itself as it is. And they may even just sort of rejig everything to sort of, give you guys a little bit more proportions. I think make the whole map a little bit more proportional, if that makes sense. So, and then I would imagine this would be your expansion. This would be, like I said, my theory behind a port, so to speak, or there could be, another part of the map. They might even call it High Waters, for example, or Ravaging Waters, or something that sort of warrants the name that you need to upgrade your boat to level 10 in order for you to travel to these parts. And there could be, special, special zones, things like that. There could be a different version to, say, the Damned Island, for example. We could get better resources and rewards and things like that. There could be all these things here. But look, They could also be redoing or revamping some of the zones as well, rebalancing. I think those things are probably set to come since they've done a bit of a clean out, since they've done a bit of a bit of a changeover, added very minor things as a content side of things, but also done a lot of things in the background. And I feel like that could be what they're up for first. I'd like to see this updated a little bit because I mean the damned island has been there since day dot. Not much has really changed. You know, there could be something there, who knows? But otherwise, everything else, look, who knows what else is going to happen? There could be, for instance, I don't know, you could, have pets later on. Who knows? That could be a space here that you can, get your own pets. You could get maybe like a sea dragon or something. That'd be really, really good when I think about it. But you got to obviously keep it in themed. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop rambling because I know I could talk about this for a long, long time. Not going to really get anywhere, but that's what I feel like that could happen. Like I said, I reckon a whole bunch of new zones, brand new port, a prerequisite for you to get into the set zone here. But who knows? It could be anything. It could be anything. But let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. So drop a like, share if you can, and if you guys are new to the channel or not, and you haven't done so yet, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you don't miss out on any future videos. Alrighty guys, take it easy, and I will catch you guys in the next one.